everyone, my name is Miss Chen. In today's video, we will learn how to draw and label diagrams. And our learning objective is, I can draw and label a diagram. First, what is a diagram? Well, a diagram is a picture that has labels. Take a look at this example. This is a picture of a chick, and we see 5 labels: beak, leg, feet, wing, and hair. These labels tell me more information about the picture. So a diagram can show new information or help readers understand something better. Again, the word is diagram. You're going to say it with me. Ready? Go! Diagram. All right, so we're going to look at some examples from our book called Plants Feed Me. Let's read some pages from this book and find some diagrams. And sometimes I eat the roots and tubers. I eat the bulbs. I eat the stems and flowers too. Now, I'm pretty familiar with roots and flowers, but I'm not so sure what tubers, bulbs, and stems look like. So here is a drawing and it has a bunch of labels. So this is a diagram. Let's see what labels are on this diagram. Well, we have the names of the vegetables: carrot, beet, potatoes, radish, parsnip, onion, asparagus, broccoli. We also have the names of the different parts of the plants, like root, tuber, stem, bulb, flowers, flower bud. So this diagram is very helpful. The writer uses labels to name the plants and their parts. It would be really hard to understand what the author is trying to teach me if the author didn't include a diagram with labels. Again, a diagram can help the reader get new information or help the reader understand what the author is trying to say a little bit better. So now I can picture what a bulb is, what a tuber is, and what a stem is. And I learn new information. For example, did you know that the parts that we eat from a broccoli plant, those are flowers? I did not know that, but now I do because of this diagram. Now we are going to draw and label a diagram. So step 1, choose what to draw. And we're going to do this by reading our research report. How desert animals live. Do you ever wonder how animals stay cool in the desert? Deserts can be hot habitats, but animals have different ways of handling the heat. Some animals live in burrows to stay cool. Tortoises have shells that protect them from the heat. Also, many animals only come out at night. That's when they search for food. Now you know how desert animals keep their cool. So I'm reading about the different ways that animals stay cool, and in particular, we learned about tortoises. They have shells that protect them from the heat. That could be something cool to draw. And we also learned that animals live in burrows. So I'm thinking that we should draw a picture of a tortoise near a burrow, and that way the reader understands a little bit more about what the habitat looks like and what animals live in the habitat. Step 2, draw the diagram. And we're going to use our research to help. So we used this book earlier this week to do some research called A Day and Night in the Desert. And this is one of the pages from the book. It says, a desert tortoise searches for flowers, leaves, and grasses. Its tough shell helps keep it cool. The tortoise breaks off plants with its mouth and chews them. When the tortoise is done eating, it goes back to its cool burrow. There's a little bit of a caption here. A desert tortoise gets almost all the water it needs from its food. It can live without drinking for up to 1 year. I also looked up some photographs of tortoises to give me an even better idea of what they look like in real life. So here is a photo of a tortoise in its burrow. So this is to help me draw my diagram. So now we're going to draw our diagram. So here is the picture of my tortoise, and I'm going to add a burrow in the background. And I remember the author mentioned that tortoises eat flowers, so I'm going to draw some flowers here. And I know in the desert there's usually a bunch of rocks, so I'm going to add some rocks. And maybe in the background there's a cactus, so I'm going to just add a cactus here. Okay, great. Now let's add some different colors to our drawing. So I'm just going to fill it with different colors. Let's pick a yellowish color for the sand that's in the desert, and we'll pick a green color for the cactus, and just pick a bunch of different browns for the tortoise and the background. All right, I have filled in the colors, and now I am ready to do the next step. Step 3, label the diagram. So here is my drawing. The first thing I want to make sure to label is the shell, because I know that the shell protects the tortoise from the heat. So here's my label. Shell to protect from heat. And the second thing is that tortoises get their water just from the plants that they eat. So that's pretty important, especially if it's super hot where they are. So I'm going to label that part. Eats plants to get water. Now, I think there's one more thing that I should label, and it has to do with where it goes to stay cool. So pause the video here to think of what my last label should be, and click play when you have your answer. Welcome back, friends. So, did you mention the burrow in your label? Yup, it's important to label the burrow because tortoises use burrows to stay cool. So here's the label, burrow to stay cool. All right, nice job, friends. And now it's your turn to draw a diagram. So step 1, choose what to draw. And again, we're going to use our research report. And we already talked about tortoises and burrows, so the other part is this part. Also, many animals only come out at night. That's when they search for food. So I'm thinking that you should draw a diagram about an animal that comes out at night to look for food. So step 2, draw the diagram. And again, we're going to use our research to help. So here is an illustration from the text. All through the night, desert animals are busy looking for food. A kangaroo rat finds some seeds and stuffs them into pouches in its cheeks. It will store the seeds in its burrow. A kangaroo rat has long hind legs. It can leap several feet in one hop. So again, talking about the burrow, coming out at night, finding food, and here's a photograph of a real kangaroo rat to help you out. And you can see here, it's using its little paws to stuff the seeds into its cheeks. And behind it looks like a cactus. I can see the spine sticking out here. So pause the video here to draw your diagram, and you can use these images to help you out. When you're done with your diagram, click play. All right, friends, welcome back. Now let's move on to step 3. Step 3, label the diagram. So here are some labels that you can use. Nighttime, kangaroo rat getting seeds, stores food in burrow. So pause the video here to label your diagram. And when you're done with labeling, click play. Welcome back, friends. Let's review what we went over in this video. So today we learned all about how to draw and label diagrams. We drew a diagram of the desert tortoise, and we gave it some different labels here. So let's review the steps that we took. Number 1, choose what to draw after you reread your writing. So after we reread our research report, we chose the desert tortoise. Number 2, draw the diagram. Use your research to help. So we used the book as well as images that we found to help us draw our picture. And last, label the diagram to give more information or help your readers understand your writing better. So here are the labels, and they relate to our writing. So get ready to show your diagram to your teacher and your classmates. Nice job, friends. See you next time.